Um, we ready to get right to this. This is probably gonna be the only video I do for a while, quite a while. I think I got work at 1 o'clock. It's 11:53, so we can get out one stream before. I'm gonna get on my phone later. How many y'all resetting some stuff? I had to reload my video real quick, but we back in it. Here we go. Let's get straight to it. Let's go to the home screen. Okay. Bro, these scam libraries, bro, they keep calling me. I need to put a ban or something on them. I might probably go into the app settings and do something in that direction. Okay. Alright, I got that one set up. I'm setting up these other ones. Yeah, I got this my last one right here. Okay, and didn't mean to do that. Alright, we good to go now. Let's since we only doing one video, let this be our one video right here.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant.
I heard that
Marines.
Coming up on today's wrestling news, huge changes to WWE's WrestleMania 40 plans.
We've got a major spoiler on a surprise Royal Rumble appearance.
Samoa Joe is open to giving Sting a title shot before he retires.
And Natalia teases a Hart family movie in the works.
Anna Wilborn.
And Michael Amfler.
And this is the news. So let's talk about the story that everyone is talking about right now, of course, off the back of that Sports Illustrated Justin Barrasso report surrounding WrestleMania 40 and their main event plans. We all assumed that we'd get CM Punk challenging Seth Rollins, and of course Cody Rhodes challenging this man, Roman Reigns. Well, now, according to that Sports Illustrated report, Roman Reigns' opponent is going to be The Rock, of course, which is huge.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's going on with these two?
These guys.
CM Punk and Cody Rhodes apparently slated to face each other. What's going on with the World Heavyweight Champion? Well, Seth Rollins will face Gunther.
WWE serving Gunt for Seth Rollins on the grandest stage.
It has really messed my brain and the entire internet's brain up, this report coming out, because I was feeling quietly confident yesterday on the back of that report about Cody and The Rock having a nice moment together, and
Yeah.
you think it's all
24 hours ago.
It's all sorted, it's all fine, and then it's completely up in the air. How much weight do you put behind this report?
Some, not all. I think it would be foolish to the outlet, Sports Illustrated, the name Justin Barrasso, and completely blow it off as a non-story, as rumour, as all that sort of thing. Look, we report, we aggregate from the likes of Fightful, from The Observer, from John Pollock, from Sports Illustrated. Every one of those outlets and several of the other ones, you don't need to name them, all have valid sources and valid reasons to report their things they report. They typically double source it. Treat this as credibly as any other story that we would like to tell you on these other morning news stories. This one, however, and this could just be me, desperately wanting Cody Rhodes to finish the story.
I'm over the copium with you.
And thus never have to say the phrase finish the story again.
Yes.
And thus never have to just have a stand-up fight with you outside of WrestleMania this year when I get to say, as I'm stoving your head against the ground, they should have just had him win at 39. But Cody Rhodes is going to get it done. WWE have done a really effective job at building the likes of CM Punk, the likes of Gunther, Drew McIntyre as credible winners of the Rumble. this story has just doubled down on those being credible. Gunther especially, right? Like, Gunther was a guy who you were absolutely seeing in something massive at WrestleMania, but as Intercontinental Champion, not something to do with Seth until WWE talked into existence.
Oh, yeah.
Nice if this story is a case of WWE greasing the media's wheels in order to, I don't know, make their already suspenseful match even more suspenseful come Saturday. Cody still to win, but the card that has been presented by Sports Illustrated certainly feels credible.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to rearrange those pieces, and like you say, as a consolation prize for the likes of Cody and Punk, for them to face each other, even if it's not a main event.
Oh, well, then you're in real trouble.
It's one of those, the match itself is awesome.
Yeah.
But is that a fair trade-off for not fighting for world titles and main event in WrestleMania?
If it doesn't slash your stuff off, I'll be honest. But like, the match is incredible. The promo, they sold you on the dream match and made it the American dream match on Monday Night Raw. But like, it's absolutely the one Cody match that I think would placate masses of the audience. As we were talking about The Office hypothetically, it was one that was, well, for the first time, a match came into vision that didn't look like a consolation.
Yeah.
Word. It's the biggest consolation for both men. I still want just the card that we all probably saw this time last year.
I think, but it is arguably, I think you're like you said, the timing of this is really interesting because it now is arguably the most unpredictable men's Royal Rumble match in history.
Mm-hmm. And I bear in mind the fact that like they already had that like anyway. They had like Cody going back to back's an achievement in of itself, so it becomes unpredictable. Yeah, now, I think if all eyes weren't already on the match, they certainly will be.
Who else is unpredictable? Oh, What Culture live show. It goes down over WrestleMania weekend. We can guarantee Simon Miller will main event that one.
Yeah.
whatculture.com/tickets. We are the meat in your WrestleMania sandwich. It goes down Sunday lunchtime, so after night 1, but before night 2 of WrestleMania, and you'll have plenty of time to get over for night 2 if you want to get ahead to that. Join us in Philadelphia for our first live show in the US for 5 years. whatculture.com/tickets is where you need to head to. VIP tickets already sold out, general admission, fast going, so make sure you get there right now. whatculture.com/tickets.
Do you know who hasn't confirmed if they can make our live show, but will probably be in Philadelphia for WrestleMania weekend?
Who's that, Michael Hamlet?
Jade Cargill.
What?
Because the rumour mill is turning on her appearing on Saturdays, and excuse me, I look like Gunther, I don't like him as well. Saturdays, Rumble PLE. This is from PW Insider, who have noted that Jade Cargill is going to be in attendance at the Rumble. Now, of course, she's been in attendance at other WWE shows. They've put her on camera to tell you so. But she's yet to make her in-ring debut. There was, of course, Triple H's comments in one of the recent press conferences that they want to get her to a certain level in ring. We've seen lots of video of her working out with the PC. So the time doesn't feel to be approaching. It's going to be WrestleMania season as of the Rumble kicking off on Saturday. And indeed, yes, Jade Cargill is set to appear at the show. And you can put like 2 and 2 together and make 4 here that she's going to enter the match.
Yeah.
On the same story, by the way, PW Insider also added that Sonya Deville has been doing reps at the Performance Center with a view of making her return and will also be present at the Rumble. Again, same as Jade, could just be there in the building, but is certainly working towards a return after the injury.
Yeah, it'll time that injury.
I mean,
get well soon, Sonya Deville. I'd love to see her in the Rumble. I'd really like to see Jade Cargill as well. It just makes sense, like you say, even if you're not saying, right, from that moment on, she's working week in and week out on the main roster. You can have her do something in the Rumble, eliminate Nia Jax off the top of my head, and set up a match between the two of them at WrestleMania, and then she barely has to work between now and Mania just to get ready for the match. She's just training after that. I like it. I think it's the safest place. Well, it's not safe, it's a Royal Rumble, but the best possible place for her to debut and get a huge reaction, of course.
A monster pop. Like, bear in mind that obviously they're going to be in Tropicana Field, which was the site of the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to do away with those memories forever. But it's going to be a very WWE-centric crowd. She's been introduced. She's had a soft launch, I guess. You're not just bringing in somebody from AEW that a sizable portion of your audience might actually know. They have told the WWE fan base through the just mere visual of Jade Cargill on screen, she is a big, big deal. Her in her gear and walking down that long, like, sort of arching aisle at the Rumble, I think is, like, it couldn't look and feel any bigger for her.
And in terms of the Women's Royal Rumble, we talked about how big the Men's Royal Rumble feels. I think the Women's right now, you're just kind of split between the likes of Becky and Bayley winning it. Mm-hmm. Having said that, potentially having a debut for Jade Cargill, a return for Naomi, and AJ Lee. I don't know.
It'd be so good, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
X Factor's there, I think.
Yeah. And X-Pac might be involved as well.
Yeah.
Join us on Saturday night for our live stream for it, of course. But now let's switch gears to AEW because Samoa Joe has been chatting to... Oh, yeah, us. Our very own Andrew Pollard was chatting with Sting about the promotional tour for the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video game. And Andrew, brilliant journalist that he is, was asking about Joe.
Probably the second best journalist in the game.
He's certainly up there. In terms of Sting's title defense, in terms of Samoa Joe's title defenses and the possibility of Sting getting a shot.
Oh boy.
It appears, it is. They are getting a title shot for the tag titles in a couple of weeks, of course, him and Darby Allin. But when asked about Sting facing Joe, Joe said, 100% I would always give the Stinger a shot at the World Championship. Do you see that happening before he retires?
I would love to. For those that don't know, when you may have seen the footage of Samoa Joe flinging himself down the staircase, that was in a TNA match against Sting.
Yes!
Run it back. Stairs included.
Sting doing that spot instead?
Yeah, why not?
He's retiring soon anyway.
That's anyway, yeah. There'd be some... it's feeling unlikely now that we know Sting and Darby are getting the tag title shot, whether or not it comes against Starks and Big Bill, or if the Young Bucks are going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons there. Sting fighting for the world title suddenly seems out of reach because he's got another belt to go for. But in this run with Samoa Joe as the dominant champion, as the guy that is kind of calling AEW his kingdom and all that kind of thing, I love the idea of him just wanting to take Sting down to make a point, you know?
Imagine if Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, arseholes that they are as string-pulling EVPs.
Yeah.
They've got the tag title match in 2 weeks, I believe it is. And then it's still a couple more weeks until Revolution. Imagine to soften Sting up. They're like, week before you can have a title shot against Samoa Joe as well.
No, far be it for me to question the credibility of Andrew Pollard.
Yes.
At Culture Left Peg on Twitter.
Yes.
But is this us not reading his story correctly? Is he on about Sting, or is he on about Gordon Sumner, ex-lead singer of the Police, and Solo Star Sting? Because I'd be bang up for AEW World Champion Samoa Joe getting in there with Sting.
How long would that match go, though?
They go to lock up and don't stand so close to me. And then he muscle busters it. There's no pun there. He just Sting getting a muscle buster. Tantric you out of that one, Stinger. Gordon.
Bucket, Tony.
Well, we know he's got stamina.
Yeah.
Do you know who else has got stamina?
Who?
Natalia. She's been at WWE.
Good segue.
She's been at WWE a long time. She's putting in the reps and potentially putting in the work in Hollywood. Wrestling has more than one royal family, so says Cody Rhodes' theme. And Hollywood would appear to agree, because obviously with the acclaim, not the Oscar but success ultimately, with the acclaim of The Iron Claw, the film focusing on the Von Erichs, Natalia is teasing potentially a Hart family movie in the works. This was from Fightful Select, but also from Natalia's Instagram. Eagle-eyed viewers may have caught this. She was with Rory Culkin, he of the Culkin cinematic dynasty, at Soho House, and said that she was working on something near and dear to her heart. Fightful Select fleshes out to note that she tagged Yale Productions, who were the production house of various films that you may have heard of: The Kill Room, Becky, Trick Fight, and The Wrath of Becky. I assume that's a Becky sequel.
Yes.
I don't know. But yeah, apparently there's a film on the Hart family potentially in the works. It's film stuff, so everything is in development until it's done, I guess. But there are a few big wrestling dynasties, like other than the likes of the Von Erichs and the McMahons and the Rhodeses, quite like the Hearts, to potentially be perfect for the film.
Oh yeah, it's ideal fare for this sort of thing, isn't it? Especially, like you say, especially off the back of the Iron Claw. I'd love to see something like that.
Yeah.
And it feels like if you're going to do it, now's the time to. I mean, it's still going to be a while before it actually happens. But a lot of intriguing source material, highs, lows, all that good stuff.
This is it, isn't it? It's triumph and tragedy. There's always, like with the Hearts, there's always like a happy, in inverted commas, ending to find, but you're going to have to go through some of the strife to get there. And like Natalia indeed could be like a central figure that has been, look, we kind of made it through to the eighth after like what the industry has done. Family. So there's lore specifically around her that could make her kind of like a great centerpiece for the film as well.
Love to see it, and I'd need to go and see the Iron Claw.
Yeah, it's out over here next week.
Yes.
In selected cinemas.
Fair that the States get it before us.
I know.
But I suppose you have to wake up a little bit early for Elimination Chamber. Anyway, let's move on to your Twitter questions. At What Culture WWE, of course, you want to get in touch with us. First question today comes from Jay Wright. Jay, thank you for your question. Good morning, Mandem. He writes it on me. What is your prediction on how the fatal four-way will end? I'm guessing Randy will be about to win, but Jimmy intervenes, which causes Jay to help setting up their WrestleMania match.
I'm going to share a prediction that I've shared on our Royal Rumble predictions video, which will be
out tomorrow, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Triple smash and stack. Think Edge and Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania 37, but with all three. I've got various different ways in which you can do the orders of the finishes, but it's finisher, 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 and Roman almost looking upon the pile of bodies and being like, oh, great stuff, I'm still a tribal chief. I expect Solo and Jimmy to get involved, but yeah, I just like the visual of him increasing the stack, making the mountain very literally look even bigger to find for Cody Rhodes or whoever.
And then who could beat him? Only the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, then.
I didn't even think about him for the Rumble. Like, why are we doing this Justin Brasso Sports Illustrated nonsense? Get Jeff back.
Yeah, I think obviously Roman retains on Saturday night. In terms of the Jimmy and Jay stuff, I think that's going to be kept more to the Rumble rather than the title. And I think Jimmy and Jay may not be involved in this match whatsoever. It'll just be a solo thing, which leads to Solo getting involved at WrestleMania, which leads to The Rock saving Cody, because I'm still hoping that Cody's having the title match and The Rock's just doing this to set the match. WrestleMania next year, please.
It's sounding increasingly realistic when you pitch The Rock to something like a run-in, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, it's almost as like daft as saying, like, thinking about him on the mid-card against Grayson Waller. Let's try and get a young guy over. It's very Dwayne.
Your friends are
Second question.
Australians have dollars, don't they?
Yes.
So like Grayson Waller could say, I started with $7 in my pocket.
Yeah, Dingo dollars. Yes. Sorry. Sorry, Tom.
Would you fight a dingo? I wouldn't.
Oh, God, no.
Or a kangaroo.
But yeah, apologies for the delay in today's news. Technical problems here at the office has meant we sat around for half an hour talking about which animal we'd fight.
I'd go George Mizanin against a turkey.
I think I can fight the goat.
He thinks he can tap a goat out.
No, not just tap out. Guillotine. Tap or snap. Either.
Tap or snap.
Tom Wells gives us our second question today. Thank you, Tom, for this. Also, good boy. He sent a lovely picture of his dog Spencer.
That answers the question.
Do you think WWE should expand the men's rumble to 35 or 40 people? The roster is getting pretty full. We're starting to run out of space for fun/nostalgia spots. I think we could currently fill a 30-man rumble with serious contenders.
I've got lots of thought about that, Tom, actually, but I'm not going to share them because if you're going to use a picture of your stupid dog to manipulate it.
Tell Spencer you're not going to talk about it.
Is this the dog Spencer?
Yeah.
It's like, it's in a box. Take that box, take that dog and put it under a pool table in a pub somewhere. You got any thoughts on this rumble?
I love Spencer.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for your question, Tom.
Do not
you love what you got.
make the Royal Rumble any bigger. You will remove the importance and significance of it. I also really like the idea that I saw someone suggested years ago. 10 from Raw, 10 from SmackDown, 5 from NXT, 5 special guests.
I thought you were going to say Sneaking Ghosts.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it any bigger. The 40-man was a one-off for a reason.
So
Del Rio won that?
Yeah, I was 40 was Mad Seeker Diesel.
Yes.
That was why it was a rumble big enough to house Big Daddy Cool. Don't do it again.
The final question today comes from someone who's just started following us on X. Thank you. To Blackpool Statue Man.
Right. Oh, what? He's one of them legends.
Yeah. Thank you for this.
More interesting than at least a half of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Thanks, Danny, for this. Who says, hi guys, I hope you have a great Thursday. Do you think WWE are going to hire JR for one last run?
I'd seen a bit of this kicking around, you know. JR, to his immense credit, was working his way to getting the Sting retirement match, wasn't he?
Yes.
Like, he's been great on Dynamite in these short bursts.
Yes.
And his contract is coming due. Personally, I can't see Tony Khan letting him go out of just, like, you know when, like, AEW, for all some of his creative faults, just as nice things?
Yes.
I can see Tony Khan offering Jim Ross a sweetheart deal to come in as and when he's comfortable to call the odd main events, add genuine gravitas, maybe not have such a locker room presence that he did in his original deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, come in as Jim Ross, lend his voice, and just enjoy semi-retirement on a nice wage.
Yeah.
That strikes me as what Tony Khan will offer. If he doesn't offer that, then I think WWE would be mad not to bring in JR on a part-time basis. Triple H, if you recall, previously made a point of wanting to use Jim Ross more, not so that he could be bullied by Vince McMahon, just because he knew that he kind of lent credibility. He was the first commentator on Triple H's NXT. If you remember that way back when in Full Sail. So there is a bit of precedence for this, but I have a feeling Tony Khan is going to offer him too nice a deal to stay. I'd welcome him back in.
I think he might be right there, and I think it's the right way to use him. I think, obviously, yeah, I would not be surprised, though, if WWE decide to... I know they've had lots of, commentary changes with Kevin Patrick and people like that. I think, yeah, the best way to utilise him is on big shows for just big matches, not the whole show. Have him appear. So Cody versus Roman, maybe.
Something
like that.
Like a match per match deal, both for any company he wants.
Yeah, I find I'd let he should be free to do something like that. That'd be awesome. I don't see that happening because of the way the weirdness is. I'd like to see it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're right. I think he's going to stick around in AEW doing what he does right now, which is the best version of himself, in my opinion. But anyway, thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for sticking with us with all the technical problems. Today we'll be back hopefully normally with the news at a normal time tomorrow. But for now, my thanks to Michael Hamflett.
I thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna stream when I get back home. hopefully y'all are around when I do that. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay tuned.